Hey, it's me. It's the Onyx Path News. Welcome once again to the Onyx Path News, where we have lots of wonderful, exciting, brilliant, fantastic gaming news for you on a weekly basis, because we, Onyx Path Publishing, release something new every single week. And last week was no exception. Last week we released a copy of a new Scion game. It's by the name of Scion the Village. This is a tasty bit for Scion. Now, if you're unfamiliar with our Tasty Bits program, every single month we release one of these micro supplements, a source book, if you will, for one of our role-playing games, whether that be Scion, Trinity, they came from, and The Village is a demigod level Scion book, if I recall correctly, and I think I do, that is set in a creepy, curious little village with adventure hooks, maps, and tokens supplied. So The Village is a book that basically you can use to inspire your game, give you an interesting location, some characters, some antagonists, some story hooks, all within one tidy little package. Now, we've released a lot of these story hooks now over the past years, whether they have been Dracula's Tomb, for they came from, whether they've been we had a wonderful, very popular one where you basically bump into Zeus in a bar and essentially get in a barroom brawl as a result. We have provided things like vehicle rules in Trinity. We have the Polyphemus Society, which has, of course, appeared in the Player's Guide since. There is a lot out there for all of these games, and I'm always very pleased to see how well these source books do. I think when people see a book with a low price point, they think, well, I can buy this for a couple of dollars, and that's cheaper than buying a pint of beer or even a cup of coffee a lot of the time. And with that, you have inspiration to run a game, play a game, or maybe just read a game that you particularly enjoy. So yeah, if you haven't yet, please do check out The Village. It is linked below for you to do so. It only costs a couple of dollars, and it is hugely appreciated that you support some of our micro projects like our Tasty Bits. Also, last week, we released the Apocalyptic Record Storytellers screen. If you're a big fan of Werewolf the Apocalypse and you like the front cover art of Apocalyptic Record, then get it in screen form along with lots of combat rules that you may need to quicken your game of Werewolf the Apocalypse. I often find as a storyteller and as a GM, as a story guide and so on, that combat is the part that vexes me the most. I find it can slow down play. It doesn't matter what game it is, it's just my mind isn't wired that way. So it is always handy for me to have a separate sourcebook, something that I can just refer to easily, whether it's on a story guide screen or whether it is on the booklet that comes with the story guide screen that uses information from Werewolf 20th Anniversary Edition in a nice condensed form to help you out. So yeah, do pick up the Apocalyptic Storyteller screen, Apocalyptic Record Storyteller screen, I should say, if that is of interest to you. Another thing that is going on, of course, you are no doubt familiar at this point, is that the World Below Ashcan was released a couple of weeks ago. Now, I've already spent time talking about it, so I won't belabor the point too much, other than say thank you so much. So many people have bought this already. It's not even in print yet. It will be very soon. And it's already a silver seller on DriveThruRPG, which is no small thing. If you haven't purchased it yet, it is only $4.99. So going back to that thing about cheaper than a pint of beer, well, unless you're drinking in Wetherspoons in the UK, and of course you wouldn't, you're a moral, highly ethical person, you will find that this book, a game basically that you can play from the ground up in the World Below Ashcan edition, is all in there for the small cost of $4.99. Very much worth your money. And the reason I want to say thank you, and the reason I am saying it so profusely, is because these Ashcans, these role-playing games, these new games that we're putting out, well, we want to find new audiences, and we want to please our existing audiences with new games. And so many people have not only purchased this, but they've also left glowing reviews and ratings on it that I take to heart, because it means there's a lot of faith and affection for our games. So if you haven't picked up a copy of the World Below Ashcan edition yet, please consider doing so. It is linked below. And if you have already picked up a copy, please go on Drive-Thru RPG and give it a rating. We're currently, I think, on 21 ratings. If I come away from this video and check in an hour or so and see that it's gone up to 22 ratings or higher, I will be a very happy man. So also remember, you can buy copies of this book for other people. $5 is all it takes. So you can buy a PDF for someone else and send it. That is perfectly fine. You can do that. Or you can buy a voucher for Drive-Thru RPG so someone else can pick it up themselves so they can review it. With that said, I've said thank you a lot. I pointed you in the direction of some of our releases from last week. I hope that you are checking out the Onyx Path YouTube channel. If you missed our Onyx Path Con, all of our various panels are going up. I think our World Below panel went up today, and we will have even more panels and actual plays coming soon. So yeah, do check it out. And if you're interested in creating media for us, such as participating on our Twitch channel or similar, you can by all means use the content creator media form, which is linked below, to submit your idea for a game you want to participate in, whether it's as a GM or as a player. Oh, and I see Galrukin has asked, what is Ashcan? And Ashcan is kind of like a jump start. It is an introduction to a game. In this case, the Ashcan for the World Below has all the rules you need to play. It has powers that you can use. It has antagonists that you can deploy immediately. It has a scenario in the back, and it has ready-made characters as well as the major beats of the setting, so that you can basically use the Ashcan, which is only about 50 pages in length, 50 or so, and get a game rolling straight away. It's a wonderful way of tasting whether you have an appetite for the wider World Below when that comes out later this year on a crowdfunding site near you. So it's, yeah, something we're trialing at Onyx Path, and it's just been joyous to see how well this one has been doing. So yeah, Scion Tasty Bit, The Village, Apocalyptic Record, Screen, the World Below Ashcan Edition. We're so grateful for your support. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, and keep buying our books. Thank you. See you next week.